Hey guys, good morning. It's Tony. I want to talk about Bitcoin. If I'm pretty sure I haven't talked about Bitcoin for a while. Um, I haven't talked about Bitcoin ever since we had that drop. I know I told you guys that with Ethereum leading and everything, it looked bad, and we did come back to 34K ish, 34.2, right? So I did support a drop to $34,000, which is what happened. I there was a lot of sentiment on a lot of my, you know, how do I put this? Whale friends who thought that it was gonna go down to 27K. If you're part of the Patreon, you know the chat that I'm talking about. I personally don't think that it's gonna go down to 27K. I think we've hit a local bottom. I think that this is gonna end up being the local bottom for Bitcoin, if not the actual bottom for Bitcoin. And the reason being is because we are actually going to be creating a fresh week bullish candle on the weekly. And to give you guys a better example of what's going on, the last time we did this, let me see if you can put my. The last time we did this was actually right here on July 19, 2021, right? Last year before the actual push and the run up to $69,000. So essentially the pattern is there, right? We're creating it's bullish week, bullish week, bullish neutral, or weak bullish, and then a fresh blood candle right there, right? You guys can see it down here. You guys can see, so it's blood red, and then like a dark red, and then like another, like a very bright red color. Same thing is happening now, right? You have 2 weeks of full bullish candles, and then you have a dark blood candle, and then you have a very bright red candle. And that usually means that we're back into a nice bullish zone, a nice bullish territory, which I'm completely happy about. Um, the second part is we actually just closed a bullish day on Bitcoin, and we actually did that yesterday, right here. It's essentially a perfect entry, or I think it was 2 days ago. So perfect entry would have been for, at least if you're a part of the Patreon and you have access to how I trade and all the indicators and everything. Perfect entry would have been 38.4. So you would have already been in profit. Maybe you would have taken this long on Forex, or you would have bought more, that would have been fine. But I personally think that we have hit the bottom of crypto and Bitcoin, right? That's what I think. Unless there's some crazy news that happens where Russia ends up like, I don't want to say this and I feel bad saying this, but if Russia ends up like nuking like Ukraine or something, right? Unless we get some ridiculously bad news, I think that we have found the local bottom of Bitcoin, and I think we are back on track, and moving back to the upside. At least that's what I think. Again, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. I can't help but be bullish right now. Again, looking at the monthly, we're right there. Looking at the monthly, we're right there. It wants to close a bullish month. And I've said this plenty of times before. As soon as we close a bullish month, I think we can see another year-long bull run. Especially what's going around right now with Russia and the whole Ukraine situation, where there's rumors of Russia being moved out of the SWIFT system, in which Russia has the possibility of possibly moving on to Bitcoin and doing all of their trade through Bitcoin, right? As of right now, I think right now you're at a solid entry. So even right now, I told my Patreon members, I think right now is a solid entry for a long on Bitcoin. Probably like your stop loss would be like 37,902, and your exit would probably be somewhere up here at 42.9, unless you want to leave runners. But this wasn't really a video about TA. I'm not gonna. It just still looks like there's a lot of bullish momentum on crypto side, and that's why I'm still bullish. At least I think we can at least go back to like maybe at least 42K, right? 43K. That's where I think we're probably headed. If we do pass, what is this, 45,835? I have an alert set here. If we do pass that, I think there's a solid chance that we actually end up, well, not a solid chance. I'm like 99% sure that we hit 48.1, and possibly a smaller chance that we go to 52K. But I don't know. I'm still bullish, right? I'm still bullish. I did support that drop back to 34K. Apart from that, I can be completely wrong, but I support no more drops, right? I do not think we're going to drop any lower again. I mean, you might see another drop to 36.5 before pushing up, but I'll stick to my I'll stick to my sentiment, right? I'm still completely bullish. I still think we're going to push up to the high side. I still think we're going somewhere close to like 52, 57K. You know, that's where I would probably, if we actually do that, I think it's a really good time to possibly start taking profit. But, you know, we can possibly go higher, especially if we close a month bullish. Then I think we're going on a year-long bull run. But as of right now, I do think that we are going to continue this this bull run this move up to the upside with you know, for crypto overall. And just to kind of throw it in there, I was going to make a separate video. I probably still am going to make a separate video. But you know, Ethereum is leading the way. If you want to see what's actually happening with crypto, Ethereum is leading the way. You're going to be closing a perfect 4-hour entry. Look at that. Perfect. This is a perfect sell. If you're part of the Patreon, I would consider this a perfect sell, right? Red bubble created above the 0 line, stochastic at lows. This is essentially a perfect sell, right? If my Patreons wanted to take a trade, they would take this all day long. Tight stop loss either at 27.12, possibly at 26.45. If you want more wiggle room, you'd probably leave it at like 25.58 for the trade, right? But you know, the last time we actually ran on a perfect hour entry, the last time we actually ran on a perfect entry was from here, right? We ran from here, and you pushed all the way up to 430, like 434, like $430, right? You actually just closed that perfect entry, right? If that happens again, there's a strong chance that we do this, right? There's a very strong chance that we run from here in like, what is it, 13 hours? 13 hours, whatever, something like this. 434. 434, 13 hours, sure. We'll go right there. Like that. 434. Look at that. How is it right on trend? You feel me? It's right on trend. If you if you have another push like that early on the hourly, you'll see Ethereum right on trend. Look at that. This trend started back in November 9th when we actually started dropping, right? So I'm telling you, there's no coincidences in the market. It's very hard to not see stuff like this, right? 434, 13 hours, 434, you know, we'll do 12 hours, whatever. 434. 430, we'll leave it at 433. But look at that. How is that not a coincidence? Right? That your last perfect push on the hourly time frame or on the hourly perfect buy was, you know, where you would hit trend. Right? See, that's the thing that I'm trying to tell you guys. There's no coincidences. Because now algorithms and everything is, you know, you have computers taking its place, they usually tend to push pretty similarly now. If you have a move up of 5%, the next move is probably going to be somewhere, you know, 5%. If the move is 15%, like it was, you know, the move is probably going to be 10 to 15%, maybe even another exactly 433. I think right now is a perfect entry on Ethereum. Right now would probably be a really good entry on Ethereum, just to get in. Tight stop losses. But yeah, kind of feel like I rambled on a little bit, but yeah, still 100% bullish on crypto. No reason for me to not be. I'll release another video later today talking about how Ethereum is actually leading the pack, and it has been ever since, you know, we actually hit bottoms, or even since the last bottom that we had. You know, Ethereum has always been recently has been a really good indicator of where the crypto market is going to go. And Bitcoin is following Ethereum extremely closely, but Bitcoin is definitely lagging. So I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.